Hello and welcome back to TEEG's YouTube channel. My name is Haylee and I am so excited to be back in the kitchen with you all for another fantastic recipe. These two zucchini and this lemon are going to turn into a delicious lemon zucchini cake. And I'm so excited because these zucchini were grown right at TEEG. Up there at TEEG we have what's called a CSA garden, and that stands for Community Supported Agriculture. So this is a volunteer garden where people come to work each week and then they get a share of the produce. So we grew these and we're gonna use all these ingredients over here to make it into a delicious cake. And I'm so excited that you're here to join me. So the first thing I need to do to get us started is get my zucchini into a form in which I can bake it into a cake. So I've successfully cut off the end of my larger zucchini and now I'm going to grate it into fine little bits. And I've put it on this plate that's lined with a clean dishcloth so that I can drain it out after, because there's quite a bit of water in zucchini. So I'm just shaving back and forth. This part can be really fun, but also gets really tiring. So I'm gonna do all of this and then I'll get back to you. So I finished grating my zucchini and it's mixed into this bowl right here. You'll notice a little bit of yellow. So I also, while I was in the process, I took some lemon zest from this lemon. So I used the same tool and just shaved it right in there. So after I grated the zucchini, I held it in this dishcloth and I squeezed out a whole bunch of water. So just like this, right over the sink, and a whole bunch of water came out, and that'll help make the cake a little bit drier, but because it's such a watery vegetable to begin with, the cake will be super moist. So you don't want to take out all the water, just a little bit. So now you can see I still have quite a bit of zucchini left over. I didn't even use this one. So I'm going to put this off to the side to show you a little tip in a little while. Grating the zucchini seems like it would take the longest, so I wanted to get that done first. And now that this is ready, I'm all set to start combining my other ingredients. So the first thing the recipe calls for is 2 cups of cake flour. And I don't carry cake flour for whatever reason. I just have regular flour. So I looked it up online and I found a little equation to turn your all-purpose flour into cake flour by using your regular flour with a mixture of cornstarch. So I'll put that little hack in with the recipe below. But the first thing that you need is those 2 cups of cake flour. So if you have that, use it. The next thing I need is 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder. So I'm going to add that right in with the flour. So there's 1 teaspoon. And here, make sure I'm using the right spoon, is 1/4 teaspoon. And then I need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So that's in there. So now these are all of the dry ingredients we need right now. So I'm going to take a whisk and just mix those together so they're all incorporated. So we don't have any separate ingredients. They're all well mixed together. And then I'm going to grab a larger bowl, put this off to the side, and combine some other ingredients in this larger bowl. The next ingredients I'm going to add are my sugar and my oil. So I believe I need 1 1/4 cups of sugar. So I have a 1/2 cup right here that I'll use twice to measure the 1 cup. And then we need a 1/4 cup. Go. And now we need 6 tablespoons of oil. So here's my tablespoon. It still has a lot of cornstarch in it. But we need 6 tablespoons of oil to add right into this sugar. Go. So we'll put that off to the side. And now we're going to whisk the olive oil and the sugar together right in this bowl. Now that my sugar and oil are mixed together, the next ingredients I'm going to add are milk and eggs. So I just have regular 1% milk. You can use almond milk if that's what you prefer. Whatever kind of milk you like. We need 1/3 cup. So I'm gonna add this right into that mixture, and I'm going to crack 2 room temperature eggs. Personally, I don't know what difference it makes if they're room temperature or not, but I followed the instructions and that's what they suggested we do. So we'll add 2 eggs right in here, and then once again, we're gonna whisk it all together. Take my whisk and get whisking. Now this is all whisked together, so I'm going to add my vanilla and some lemon juice. So I need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So my 1 teaspoon is this one. So add that right in, and then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And the oven is ready, but I can't open the lemon juice. There we go. So 2 tablespoons. There's 1. And 2. So let's mix that all in together now. Try to close these up so I don't knock them over and spill them all over the counter. Those are all the liquid ingredients that we need to mix right now. So we're going to take our dry mixture that we did before and combine it in with our liquid. So I like to do things like this a little bit at a time. And we want to mix it until it's just incorporated, because we're going to need to do a little more stirring after. So we don't want to stir it too much. This batter smells so good. And now it's time to mix in the star of the show, which is of course the zucchini. And so it says to fold in zucchini. Interpret that how you want to. I'm gonna mix in a little bit in a folding fashion, but we don't want to mix it too much. So just get it so it's nice and well spread throughout. Some of it has already stuck together a little, so I'm going to break it up so there's not any really big clumps of zucchini. It looks really cool with all of the ingredients mixed in. I just wish you could smell it because it smells so delicious. So now I'm going to take this mixture, pour it into a well-greased bread pan, and we're gonna pop it in the oven. Our mixture has successfully entered the bread pan, so now I'm going to put it in the oven, which is set at 350 degrees. So we'll put it right in the center of the oven rack, and we will bake it for 45 to 55 minutes. As we get close to the time, we'll keep checking on it, make sure it doesn't burn, and then once we can put a knife through it and it comes out clean, we are ready to enjoy. Cake has officially made it into the oven, so I wanted to circle back to our zucchini. So I had this extra fresh zucchini that I didn't use in the cake, and I don't like to be wasteful, so I would hate to throw this away. So what I'm gonna do, I learned that you can shred zucchini, you can grate it like we did, and you can put it into a freezer bag and keep it in the freezer for a while until it comes December and I wanna make a zucchini bread or another lemon zucchini cake. I can just pull my frozen shredded zucchini out of the freezer and use it right then and there. So I don't have to waste anything. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I've laid out another clean dishcloth, so I'm going to shred the rest of my zucchini so that I can drain it again and then put it in that plastic bag so that I can put it in the freezer and save it for another day. The rest of my zucchini is grated, bagged, ready for the freezer. And so now there's one more thing for us to do. If you're anything like me, cake without frosting is just bread. So while our cake bakes for about 20 more minutes, we're going to whip up a light glaze that we can pour right on top. So we need some regular powdered sugar. We need 1 cup. So I'll measure that into this bowl. There's half a cup. And that makes 1 cup. And now we need about 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I like things really lemony, so I might just go for 2, but we'll check the consistency first. We'll add 1, and we'll start to mix it, and we'll see, because we don't want it to be too liquidy. We want it to really stick onto the cake. So you'll just take a whisk and mix it all together. Oh, we definitely need more lemon. I'm going to add a whole nother tablespoon and start to mix that. It's kind of becoming a little bit of a paste. We're headed in the right direction. Oh yeah, there we go. This looks fantastic. So I'm just whisking it a little bit more. We want to make sure there's no clumps of powdered sugar left in there. Let me come real close, because this is our little glaze that we'll just put right on top of our cake when we take it out of the oven. I took our cake out of the oven. It came out of the pan completely clean, and now it's time for the drizzle. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video as I tried out this brand new recipe. I cannot wait to dig into this lemon zucchini cake. So if you have any extra zucchini lying around this summer, or you want to pick 1 or 2 up at the store, I hope you do so you can try this recipe for yourself. See you next time.